Hi everyone. Today we're going to study addition and subtraction of decimals. How to add or subtract decimals. We're going to follow 3 steps. Step 1. Write the numbers vertically so the decimal points line up. Step 2. Use zeros as placeholders as needed. Step 3. Add or subtract the numbers as if they were whole numbers. Then place the decimal in the answer under the decimal points in the given numbers. Let's have example 1. Let us add these two numbers. 5.7 plus 11.9. In step 1, we should write the numbers vertically so the decimal points line up. So we have now this 5.7 plus 11.9. The decimal points are now lined up vertically. Then we will go to step 2, use zeros as placeholders as needed. In this problem, we don't need to put or add zeros, so we will proceed to step 3. We are now to add the numbers as if they were whole numbers. Then place the decimal in the answer under the decimal points in the given numbers. So the 7 plus 9 is 16. I'll put 6 here and then carry 1. 1 plus 5 plus 1 is 7. And then we'll bring down the number 1 here. We copy the decimal point in here on the vertical alignment with the numbers. So our final answer is 17.6. Let's go to example 2. Let us add 23.5 plus 41.38. Step 1. Write the numbers vertically so the decimal points line up. So the 23.5 plus 41.38 is written this way. Look at the decimals. They are now in vertical alignment. In step 2, we're going to use zeros as placeholders. In the first number, from the decimal point, there's only 5. In the second number, we have 2 numbers after the decimal point. So we're going to add 0 after the 5. Then we will go now to step 3. We're going to add the numbers as if they were whole numbers. 0 plus 8 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 3 plus 1 is 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. And then the decimal point, we'll just copy it on the vertical alignment with the numbers. So the final answer is 64.88. Let's have example 3. Let us subtract a whole number 20 minus 14.65. For the step 1, we're going to write the numbers vertically so the decimal points line up. So we have here 20, then minus the 14.65. We write it this way. 20 is a whole number, but we know that there is a decimal point right after the 0. So we can show it. So we arrange the numbers with the decimal point vertically arranged. Then we'll go to step 2. We use zeros as placeholders. So we're going to add the 2 zeros here because there are 2 decimals on the second number. Then we're going to the step 3, subtract the numbers as if they were whole numbers. So let's begin with the first number here, the 0 minus 5. But 0 is less than 5. It cannot be. We're going to borrow 1 from the next number. But the next number is also 0. We cannot borrow from 0. So we're going to borrow from the next number, which is also 0. So this 0 here will borrow 1 from the next number 2. So what will happen is the 2 becomes 1 and the 1 will be given to the 0. So this 0 here becomes 10. But this 10 will give 1 to the next number. So that's why the 0 becomes 10 and then the 10 becomes 9. Now for this number 0 here, it becomes 10 because one number is coming from this number a while ago. But this number 10 here will lend 1 to the number on the right. So the number 10 here becomes 9 and the last 0 will be 10. So we are now ready to go to the subtraction. So we have this 10 minus 5 will give us 5. Then the 9 minus 6 will be 3. Then the 9 minus 4 is 5. Then 1 minus 1 is 0. Then we will copy the decimal point in vertical alignment with the numbers. So the decimal point is here. So the answer here is 5.35. Let's go to example 4. 2.51 minus 7.4. The first number is the minuend. The second number is a subtrahend. But we observe here that the subtrahend is bigger than the minuend. In case like this, what we'll do, we're going to interchange the minuend and the subtrahend. And then we will subtract. On the final answer, we will affix the negative sign. So what will happen now is the 7.4 will come first minus the 2.51. Then we will just note that the first problem here is our original problem. Then we will proceed with our steps. Step 1, we're going to write the numbers vertically. So the decimal points are now lined up. 7.4 minus the 2.51. In step 2, we're going to use zeros as placeholders. So from here, we're going to add 0. And then step 3, we're going to subtract now the numbers as if they were whole numbers. So let's start with 0 minus 1. Cannot be. So we're going to borrow 1 from the next number. So the 4 becomes 3. And the 0 here becomes 10. Let us subtract now. 10 minus 1 is 9. Then 3 minus 5. Again cannot be because 3 is smaller. This number 3 will borrow one number from 7. So the 7 becomes 6. And the 3 becomes 13. Then let us continue the subtraction. 13 minus 5 is 8. And then the 6 minus 2 is 4. So we have this 4.89 here. But take note that this 4.89 is the answer when we solve this problem 7.4 minus 2.51. Our original problem is the problem on top. We will get the final answer by taking the negative of this 4.89. So the final answer is negative 4.89. Thank you for watching. See you again next time.